I'm Kasia.
And I'm Krista.
And we are confidence coaches for
kids.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's the Confidence Coaches for Kids. I'm Kasia.
And I'm Krista.
Hey, welcome to the end of the school year.
You did it, you guys. You did it. It felt long. Short, but long.
It was the longest 3 months of school ever.
Yeah, you know what? I can't, it had to be week 10. It dawned on me that that's how many weeks we get for summer break. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is longer than summer break. That's crazy. We did it.
But, and I think when we first shut schools and everyone had to go home and figure out this whole new platform and, just how are we going to do this? How are we going to connect with each other? We were so immersed in it that I didn't think about how long it could actually possibly go on. How about you?
Yeah. No, I didn't feel like that at all. And I was just thinking, I feel like in a lot of ways, I am hoping that more kids than not felt like they really missed school and they were missing a connection with an educator or a coach or somebody out there. I've gotten such great emails and thank you cards recently. And I think about how much I miss my students or how much I miss them, and not being with them, even in those moments where it feels stressful in the classroom or overwhelming, or I'm cranky or they're cranky. You really we need each other. And I think so many people, I know a lot of my students, I think really reflected and missed school. And I'm hoping so many kids out there felt that way.
Well, I think that brings up a good point too, is because this is such a unique time in history and we've just been through this huge whirlwind of this distance learning and not seeing family and friends. I'm hoping, like you said, some of your kids have reflected on what they missed about school. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping, and we want to encourage you, that this is a great time to be reflective. Right? To be thinking about, gosh, what happened over that 10 weeks? How did I thrive? And what was really challenging? And, it's a possibility that this could continue, right? So, Krista, I'm thinking some of those reflecting activities that you've even done in your classroom, right? What are you grateful for? I think any of that can be a really good use of time right now.
Yeah, I agree. And I think there's two parts I'm thinking about the teacher side and the student side. And I think any teachers out there listening to this, how could you do a better job than you did this spring and the fall connecting with kids? Even if you felt I feel like I worked hard, but I know there are things I could do better or differently to try to make it more comfortable and more inviting and more engaging for my students. Because it's hard to be self-motivated. It's hard to be self-motivated, especially if your parents are working, you're home by yourself, you've got little siblings, so what can we do to really change it up so that they want to come, that we are one of the best parts of their day? And then kids, if it was really hard to connect, or you felt like it wasn't engaging, or you didn't really care, why? Why didn't you? What was it that the teacher did or said? Was it just laziness? Was it the work too hard? Try to figure out the why. And then from there, how could you work to solve that or fix that? And if you're stuck, send us an email. Reach out to us. We'll brainstorm and help problem solve, but try to figure out your why. Why didn't you show up?
That's interesting, because our school district here in Oregon, we put out a survey. We sent one to staff and to kids, and then also to parents, kids 5th through 12th grade. And there was a common response regarding the best parts of the distance learning piece was when they were in meetings with their teachers, or they were seeing their teachers' faces. From the kid point of view, and that was the most engaging. And I think from teacher point of view, I think if you really reflect, when was the time you actually saw your kids? I mean, you could have kids, I think you have this experience where there are certain students you never saw any assignments from, but they were at all of your meetings, right? So I think as educators and as students, we have to students, you have to communicate what worked for you, right?
Right.
I think as educators, I love it that you said that. There's a ton of things we can do better. And so what would that look like? Because there's chances are that we're going to start to fall in some sort of distance learning format. And so this time to reflect over these next 10 weeks of summer. So funny, 10 and 10, right?
Yeah.
But this is the time to reflect on what would make that experience better for you, because you are in control of your experience.
That's right. I like it. Mm-hmm. So educators and students, what are you going to do differently? What was your biggest challenge? What was a success? And how are we going to set ourselves up to do better?
Right. And I think one of the things that's come up with us too, and that's something to think about, is we have this totally unique experience that we've gone through, and what we might be facing is very unknown. And so what are the things that I'm just curious to see how it's all going to play out in education in general, right? And how is this time in history going to really set the stage for what happens next? So it's kind of an exciting time. So yeah, like Krista said, we hope you reflect, we hope you communicate what you need, and we just hope you have an awesome summer, honestly. Awesome summer.
All right, you guys, we'll see you next week.
Okay, have a great summer.